Welcome back, football fam. We're here to talk about the NFL Draft Combine. This video is going to be about the trenches. We're going to talk about these offensive and defensive linemen, the guys protecting these franchise quarterbacks, and the guys trying to take them out. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Let's start one of the top offensive linemen in the country. We got Francis Maui Noah. I think he measures in. I think he's gonna measure in at a legit 6'6", 335 pounds. I'm not worried about that. Um, some people have concerns about arm length. Really not concerned about that either. He is what he is at this point. Uh, I think he's a guy who quick feet, more athletic than you think. I've seen videos of him in the pool where he jumps out of the pool onto the side. I think that's really cool. Drenched wet, like you know how hard it is. That's kind of insane.
Out of
I've
water.
seen him do it, huh?
So it's out of water. That's crazy.
Right. So that shows explosiveness and power in itself, right there. So
And balance.
give me, give me your thoughts on Maui Noah.
Yeah, Malinoa, he is the top rated tackle to us for a reason. He does it all, run protection. He's out there throwing guys around. He's fast, uh, great size. Moving the guard would be crazy. He's a tackle for a reason. I think this dude, man, he should not get past top 10. Like, if you're a team in that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spot, you might want to look at this guy because he could change your franchise.
Yeah, I actually have Spencer Fanoa rated ahead of him, but it's based really on his versatility. I've seen him play left and right in game. For that reason alone, I put him ahead of Maui Noah. I know Maui Noah can play on the left side, but he hasn't done it in game. I know he does it in practice a lot in the spring, but I haven't seen it in game. So that's why I went for Noah ahead of him. Now, I'm waiting to after the combine to move Maui Noah up. If he impresses, he would definitely be moving up to the number one offensive lineman on the board. He's one spot on the big board behind Spencer Fano. Uh, don't have the list on me, but yeah. Spencer Fano was what, like six, I think.
It was like still like
Spencer Fano
six,
was five.
six, six, seven.
Spencer Fano, no, Spencer Fano five, and Francis Mano is six.
Like,
And I think that's fair, and I think like, a good showing Maldonado could move up. I think you want in today's game you want your best blocker on the right side. Now it seems like they putting a lot of teams putting premier tackles on the left side. I mean on the right side. I guess it's a change in the game because you're getting your better pass rushers on the right side more often than not now. So this is a switch up in the game. I guess you want your best pass rusher on the strong side of the quarterback so he can, I guess because he see me coming, but he still can't get away. You know what I'm saying?
run to the blind side.
Yeah. I mean, well, but a lot of teams are putting the best pass rush on the right side of the offensive line now. So just a thought. So you want a guy like Malinoa on the right side. I think you need a strong right tackle more now than ever, in my
Yeah.
opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I just rambled on, but that's what I'm trying to say. Uh, Spencer Fano, 6'6", 308 pounds. I'm a little worried about that, but not too worried. What's your thoughts on Spencer Fano?
Yeah, Spencer Renault, 6'6", 308 pounds. He's still big. He's not getting thrown around by no defensive lineman. The arm size, no issue. He's had him his whole life. He's fine. This guy, he's versatile. He's strong. I mean, there's not much we talked about him immensely. So he should be going in the first round as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking Cardinals might be looking at Manoa. A guy like Spencer Fano could be handled to the Cleveland Browns. We'll see, though. This is just my thought right now. Talk about a guy who won't have any size issues. This guy right here, Caden Proctor, 6'7", 366 pounds. 65 on our big board. We're not that high on him. As we're not as high as other teams are on him. Let me say that. Let me say that part. How do you think he's gonna do at a combine? Do you think he works out?
No, we we know this dude has effort issues, man. This man's not working out. He's gonna interview. He's gonna bench press. That's it. I bet that's all he does. He runs no 40 or nothing like that. He's one of these guys you just take off name.
I'm interested to see if anything comes up about why he transferred from Iowa right before the season started and went to Alabama. I want to know what happened with. I want to know what happened there. I think that like a lot of these transfer stuff is gonna come up in these interviews. I think this stuff matters, and I think there is an effort issue. He's a little inconsistent. I think he could have really used another year, but we'll see how he does. I'm very interested to see him work out. I know people are gonna fall in love with the measurables. We talking first round pick, probably to the Houston Texans. A lot of teams are saying put him on the right side next to Ursa Ray on the left side. So
I,
I
I,
think it's a good fit. I don't know if he
I,
should start day one, but
I think he has the
I don't
potential to
know.
be a great offensive tackle. But watching for
He
what we
does.
see, it's like he doesn't care about football.
We shall see. Let's moving on. Let's because we got a lot of guys to get through. One of my favorite offensive linemen. I think one of yours too. Vega Anoy, from Graham, Washington, Penn State grad, 6'4", 323 pounds. Your thoughts on Vega and where
This
you think he
guy,
might go?
yeah, man, I love this guy. He's in that 22 spot, he's a future Charger, man. Like he's exactly what we need on the inside. I think he's the best guard available in the draft. Put him on that left side next to Slater. I think that left side of the offensive line will be strong, but yeah, this man, he's a good. I don't think he gave up a single sack in college, so that's very impressive. We need that statistic on our team because all we do is give up sacks. So
Vega Anoy, 17 on our big board. PFF ranks on 22. ESPN 33. NFL Network number 11. So a lot of people like him, man. ESPN the lowest on him at 33. I think we kind of in line with PFF and NFL Network, right in the middle there at 17. With one of them at 11, one of them at 22. Yeah, by far the best interior offensive lineman in my opinion. Interior offensive line not that strong in the draft to me, unless you get in the center. Center gets a little deep, but you don't want to draft a center in the first 2 rounds, in my opinion. Uh,
unless
Definitely
he's
not
a
the first
game
round.
changer, unless he's a game changer.
Yeah, unless he's a game changer. And I think there is a game changer in here at center. We might talk about him. But yeah, I like Vega Illinois, man. Peloponnesian player here. Think he'd fit good in the Chargers, man, out there in the West Coast. Stay out with, go back out west, close to the fam.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think he would probably prefer that as well. I know Justin Herbert will love it more than anybody.
You sure would.
So yeah, I'm trying to move on some of these other offensive linemen. Who do you think is going to be like the freak athlete from the offensive lineman?
I think it's gonna be Caden Proctor. Like if he works out and does and shows he work, I think he'll be the freakiest athlete, man. Pause.
I'm gonna go. I don't know why. I just think Monroe Freeling is going to have a good workout. Him and our guy, Big Max. I'm ready to see those two guys work out. I'm kind of
I think
so.
I think Big Max has a chance to sneak into this first round after the combine.
I side with you. I side with you on that.
I'm not high on
I side
Freeland.
with you. You know how I'm Freeling?
I'm not high on Freeland. I guess because the Georgia offensive line started so bad at the beginning of the season, I'm just not high on them.
I think he was like probably the most consistent and probably the best piece on the Georgia offensive line, in my opinion. But talking about Big Max, he's a guy that's rated 35 on our big board from Arizona State. He's 6'6", 330 pounds, redshirt senior. PFF has him ranked 47, ESPN 55, NFL Network unranked at the time. So we're higher on him than the publications, but not by much. Like people starting to jump on board. Some people might be waiting till after the NFL combine. This kind of projection ranking for us, I think 35 is his spot. I think it's a guy who could sneak in the back end of the first round. And you got yourself a legit long-term starter on the offensive line, in my opinion. I think he'll be a plus starter. Give him a year or two, and you set right there. Your thoughts on Big Max?
Yeah. If he goes to a team like a team with an established offensive line already, but with older guys like Eagles, Lions, maybe, I think he'll be a perfect fit in that second season. So this is the guy you draft for the future. You don't start him right away. You definitely draft him for the future.
I agree. And just harping back on Monroe Freeland, he's a guy. We got 37 on our big board. Offensive tackle from Georgia, 6'7", 315 pounds. PFF has him ranked 31, ESPN 25, and we just a tad bit under those guys. So maybe he needs to work out so he can prove something to Tyler. I like him at 37. I think 37 is a good spot for him. ESPN has him at 25. It's kind of high.
Too high.
I think they'll have a good workout, man. I really do. I really think they're gonna have a good workout, and I think he's gonna surprise you. I think he should be another offensive lineman that goes in the first round, maybe to the Patriots or somebody like that. Put him on the right side, Will Campbell on one side, him on the other. I think it's a good look. Or Blake Miller.
I'm
I
thinking.
don't know if you like him.
Last thing about Freeland, if I think he's a day 2 guy. So I think if you can get him on day 2, I mean it'll be perfect. But I don't think he's a first round pick.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, we don't have a first round grade on him. We got him at 37, so I mean, you just know, just based off what teams need, you know. But I think a guy like Blake Miller, another guy we got a second round grade on, could be a guy like I think the Patriots could look for on the right side of the line. I think he'd be a good fit. Blake Miller, 42 on our big board. Offensive tackle for Clemson at 6'6", 315 pounds. We have him at 42. PFF has him at 52. ESPN at 69. NFL Network 43. I think Blake's been a consistent starter for Clemson. Clemson offensive line was not great this year, but he was pretty solid. Are you a fan of Blake Miller?
I'm not a fan, but I think he is better than Freeland. He did show strong poise. I mean, the thing about Clemson is when I look at that team as a whole and some guys individually, I do ask where's the effort. I know we talk about effort all the time, but I need to know when you're losing, you still want to play.
Okay, I got a question for you then.
What's up?
We're gonna take these 4 guys we talked about: Blake Miller, Big Max, Proctor, and Monroe Freeland. Rank them.
I'm doing Max, Proctor, Freeland, Miller. Well, no, Miller, Freeland. Sorry.
Yeah, Monroe Freeland. Who's number 1?
1 is gonna be Max.
Who's 2?
Proctor.
Who's 3?
Miller.
So Monroe Freeland is 4.
Yes.
So Big Max, followed by Caden Proctor, Blake Miller, then Monroe Freeland. I think I go Big Max 1. I think I go Freeland and Blake Miller 2 and 3 and Proctor 4, in my opinion. Just based off what I've seen so far. Like the combine could change my mind, but that's how I feel right now.
Yeah. I mean, I can't agree with you.
In a week's time, my mind has been changed.
Senior Bowl got Max number 1 for me.
Yeah, he dominated out there, bro. He looked great at the Senior Bowl. Gotta give him his credit there. Let's speed this thing on up, man. We got a lot of offensive linemen to get through. You wanted to highlight your boy, Caden Rutledge from Georgia Tech. Go ahead.
Yeah, Caden Rutledge, man. He was the guy setting the middle for Mr. Haynes King. Maybe the only talented guy besides him on the offense, which is sad to say because he's a guard. So you would like to have some other talent around him. But this dude, as a baller, could be potential for maybe the best guard in the draft that no one's talking about. Man, this guy, I love this dude, man. He's 6'3", 316. He's a big guy. Man, he blocks, especially if you need a run protection guard, this is the guy. Because all he did was run the ball.
Would you rather have him or Jennings Dunker?
I'd rather have Rutledge.
Okay. Interesting. I have to watch more tape on Rutledge. I'd be so enamored by Haynes King. I could have been missing the guy.
That's like because Haynes King just looks so spectacular running the ball. It's behind this guy. If you watch the tape, he's going behind this guy. Just watch that Colorado game.
Shout out to the Redheads, man. Rutledge and Jennings Dunker. Jennings Dunker out of Iowa, 6'4", 320 pounds. Pretty solid for those guys. He was the piece on the offensive line. He was the motor. He's gonna be a guy moving on the interior primarily in the NFL. I think he's there's another guy that came out of North Dakota State a couple years ago. I think he reminds me of him. I can't think of the name right now, but that's his comp. I think he's a plus starter. He's gonna be 10, 12 years starting at right guard in his league, most likely. And I like him, man. I mean, if you saying Rutledge is better than this guy, it's better than that guy. I gotta watch the tape.
You
I
gotta
gotta
watch
watch
it.
this combine. I'll be looking for the thing.
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you.
I think Jennings Dunker is a guy that could possibly sneak into the back end of the first round, most likely top end of the second round. He's 50th on our big board, so we'll see how it plays out. Keelan Rutledge not getting ranked on our big board, so we'll see where he's at.
He
We'll
will
spend
be.
a lot of time watching him or watching the tape. Huh?
He will be ranked. He will be. I'm telling you, right? You heard it here first. He will be ranked.
I'm gonna pay attention. Another guy on the interior, center out of Alabama, Parker Brailsford. Hope I said that right. I have right by the time the combine rolls around. In competition to be probably the top center in the draft. I favor Connor Lew from Iowa. Also got to put a shout out to what's the guy from Florida? Jake Rutledge. Not Rutledge. Jake Slaughter from Florida. I think those two guys might be the best two centers, but Parker might not be too far behind. He's 6'2", 290 pounds. I'm ready to see I'm interested to see how he works out because I want to see if he's better than those two guys. And I like his tape. I like his film. I don't know why Alabama want to get in the push on offensive line because it seems like he held his ground. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Your thoughts on Parker?
Yeah, I didn't watching Alabama play because we live in the South, so we saw Alabama every Saturday. So I didn't really notice him, man. So I'm gonna have to go watch some on him because it seemed I didn't notice him, but I did see some bad center play at times. I didn't know if it was him. I did know they rotated the offensive line a lot. So I just gotta go back and watch him.
Another center I want to highlight, Pat Coogan out of Indiana, the Notre Dame transfer.
Yes.
He had a pretty solid year. I think he got ate up in the playoffs a little bit, though. Interested to see how his combine goes. Does he work out? Was he injured or not? Because I feel like defensive tackle, Ahmad Moten at Miami kind of really ate that man up in the national championship game.
Yeah, you gotta think about it though. He ain't no scrub eat him up.
That's true. But it was kind of alarming. But I think I like Pat Coogan, so I want to see how he does in the combine.
I'll say this:
I'm willing to sweep that under the rug.
He couldn't get no help either because he had two other monsters beside him.
That's true. So he was basically on his own.
I'm gonna defend you, man. I'm defending him.
So I guess we putting Pat Coogan over Parker. We're putting Pat Coogan over a guy like Jake Slaughter or Connor Lew from Auburn.
I'm putting the Indiana center above all these guys.
Okay.
He showed a level of consistency all year.
Okay. Connor Lew, 56 on our big board from Auburn, 6'3", 303 pounds. We have him 56. PFF has him 65. ESPN 61. NFL Network, at the time I looked at it, also 61. So he was the top rated center. But I think the next guy was Parker Brailsford from Alabama. We'll see how that plans out. I think these rankings are going to change a lot after seeing these guys at the combine. I think I like Pat Coogan as the second best center in the nation, but we'll see how it pans out.
You're saying Slaughter is just the best center?
Connor Lew.
Okay.
Then I said Connor Lew 1, Pat Coogan 2, Jake Slaughter 3, Parker 4.
Let me ask you
My
this.
opinion.
Let me ask you this.
Huh?
Where should these teams draft a center this year? Since we know this isn't really a big class for centers, where do you think a team should take a center?
I think Connor Lou's different from all the other centers. I think you get that guy middle of second round if you can. If you need a center, you probably draft above his value. You know what I'm saying? And probably the rest of these guys back in the third, fourth round. Just centers, Centers not highly drafted anyway, so a lot of these guys can be day 3 guys. But I think Connor Lou's the only guy I would draft a premium draft pick on at center. I mean, I don't know if Emmanuel Pradnan moves to center. Maybe he's worth the second round pick, but I think he stays at guard.
Yeah.
So
this is the way I think about drafting a center. If you really need a guy, and I guess your cap's not there, or you just don't see a guy worth investing in free agency, just don't damn the draft pick. Get the guy you want. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think this guy's gonna be a starter for your offensive line for the next 10 to 12 years, go get the guy.
Yeah,
go get the guy.
You
don't have to worry about the position for over a decade.
It just seems like this is the one position that teams are scared to draft.
I mean, because teams go through centers like crazy, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, we talked about the freak athletes. Let's talk about who we think gonna be the biggest human beings at this draft. We talked about 6'7", 366-pound Caden Proctor. You got a guy in Joshua Braun from Kentucky. He'll be like 6'6", 338. You got Demetrius Crowder of Texas A&M, 6'7", 331. You got Big Inez Cooper out of Miami. He'll be 6'6", 345. What about Diego Pounds from Ole Miss? He'd be like 6'5", 330. But I think the biggest human being at the combine is gonna be Mr. Markel Bell. 6'8", 360 pounds. He was measured at the combine, so that is verified. Your thoughts on Markel Bell?
Yeah, man, Mississippi stand up. At Cleveland now. Big, that's why he's so dang big. The Delta, baby. But nah, man, this dude's a monster, man. Well, he was JUCO, right?
Yeah, JUCO.
Hey, parents, if you're watching, I know y'all watch. JUCO might be the way to go sometimes. Trust the process. It don't always have to be D1. I'm telling you guys. But yeah, man, this dude's a monster. He's definitely gonna make a lot of GMs happy. And it's just, I know Miami is scared to lose him, man. I know they hate to lose him.
It was a big loss. We thought we were gonna have him for another year, but he decided to go to the league. And I think he's a guy that's gonna fly up draft boards. I think he got like a 4th round grade on him now. Guaranteed, this guy goes around 2 at least. At least.
I'm gonna say late 2, early 3.
He going around 2, man. At least. I don't think he makes it 3. Left tackle that can move his feet, plays a little high sometimes. That can get him in trouble. You saw the video at the Senior Bowl. He came out high and got pushed back. I promise you, he remembers that. That will not happen again.
It happens to everybody. So
it does, but he will make sure it won't happen to him for a while. He knows that he's been coached well by Alex Mirabal and Mario Cristobal down there in Miami, and he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna stay low. He's gonna stay low. He's gonna use his technique and his power, and I think if you got a quarterback, left-handed guy, you might want a guy like Markel Bell at the left side of the offensive line. Just a thought. Maybe Atlanta looks at him in the 2nd round. They got a 2nd round pick. Well, they probably got a draft for edge rusher now, but Hey, who do you think is going to be the biggest riser at the combine on the offensive side?
Biggest riser? I don't know what we talked about, just off the list alone.
Off the offensive lineman. Just anybody.
Anybody.
I can go to the list.
Yeah, you don't mind if you don't do that. I have it on my phone too, but I can look at it on here as well.
It's taking forever to load up.
But yeah, I do think Rowledge is going to rise. Because I say he's not talked about, man. And I think he's definitely rise. I also think I know Isaiah Woods is hurt. I wanted to mention his name because he probably would have been a second round pick. He if he could work out, I know he would rise. But yeah, I think Caleb Lemieux rises, and I think we both said Max gonna rise. So
Yeah, I'm leaning Big Max and Markel Bell as the two biggest risers in the draft, especially Big Max at Arizona State. I mean, guy's raw, but the man is good, man. The man is good. He got the tools to be an elite offensive tackle, in my opinion. Maybe I'm too high on him, but I need to be proven wrong.
I mean, you watch more tape than probably anybody on him. So
But that's all we got on the edge rusher. I mean, on the pass rushers. Let's move down to the defensive lineman. See what we can talk about there. Oh, going the wrong way.
man, Diego Pons, man, that's a big dude.
Yeah, man. It's like 630 ish at least. I think he probably close to the 640. First thing I noticed, Arvell Reese is graded out as an edge. We graded him out as an off ball linebacker, possibly a guy playing middle linebacker. I keep hearing the Michael Parsons comparisons. We'll see, man. We'll see. I guess they have him as offensive lineman. We will grade him as such. We have him 8th on our big board because we grade him as off-ball linebacker. PFF has him 3, ESPN 2, NFL Network 3. 6'4", 243 pounds. That's light for an edge rusher. We'll see how that pans out for him. I think you put this guy on the edge, he's got the same kind of problems as a guy like a David Bailey's going to have. Teams are just going to run through him when it's time to run the ball. I mean, that's just my opinion. Him and David Bailey. Another guy probably have to address that is Romello Height. A couple more guys. What's the name of Texas Tech? Cassius Howell. Mason Thomas.
Definitely him.
All those guys are gonna kind of have that problem. So, what's your thoughts on just the Arvell Reese officially at defensive end?
Yeah, they say he's defensive end, but that man would not be on defensive end. He would not be an edge. He goes to a team like the Vikings or the Steelers or the Raiders, something like that. I'm just throwing some teams out there. He's not playing on the edge. He's going to be everywhere on the field. He might play. He might play in the dang slot for all we know. He's just that freakish, man. So, but I do think if he is an edge, he's the quote unquote best edge available. Because like I said yesterday, I don't believe in David Bailey like that. I just think he's all right. I think Bain's better than him, but I'm not counting him as an edge. I just can't.
They talking about the Jets might be leaning Arvell Reese. If not Reese, they go David Bailey. So I guess you think Reese should go ahead of David Bailey?
I do, because I feel like Reese can play more positions on defense than Bailey.
I tend to agree. If I was picking for the Jets and we had to go Reese or Bailey, I'm probably taking Reese, but I'm not taking him as a full-time edge rusher. He's going to have to start off at linebacker and give me some edge rushing on third down packages or something like that. I'm not buying the full-time edge stuff.
That's what Micah did his first year. He was at linebacker. Then he would just go back and forth. Right.
So who are going to be the workout warriors at the combine for the defensive lineman?
This game ain't gonna surprise you, but I'm gonna say Cassius Howell because he ain't got no choice. Like you 6'2", you gotta show me something. And then teams who took Shamar Stewart last year, they made Cassius Howell look. He got a target on his back. Just by association.
Cassius Howell, 27 on our big board, 6'2", 248 pounds, redshirt senior. ESPN has him 26. We got him 27, so we right there. PFF all the way up there at 15. Just so y'all know, kind of where some of these other publications are ranking them. I'm not sure Cassius Howell goes in the first round. First round grade, but just barely. I like him. I like King Mesidor more. I'm interested to see what King Mesidor looks like when he works out. Does he come in at the 265? Does he come in at 280?
Does he end healthy?
Is he even healthy? Does he even work out? He could be a guy that waits for the pro day. He could just come in and get measurables, do some benching, stuff like that. I know King Mesdor came down in weight this year, and he actually had his best season, but he's been pretty consistent every year, except for the year prior to this year when he had the foot injury. So, does he go back up to his original weight of 280, or does he stay in the 260s? That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Also, I think I don't see him on here, but I think he's down a little bit. T.J. Parker. I think he has to be a workout warrior too, because I'm telling you, these Clemson players have to address the effort issue, because we saw the team quit on Dabo, like we saw it. So he's gonna have to work out very well.
Yeah, TJ Parker's a guy who's basically owned the offseason. Looked real good at the Senior Bowl. Did not play in the game, I don't believe, though. Yeah, I think he's a guy that's gonna move up a lot of people boards. I can see him going to Detroit if they don't go with King Mesdor. He's a ready-made starter on the edge. Does he start day one? Possibly. Is he
If he goes to a
a
team,
primary edge
yeah,
rusher? No, probably second edge rusher guy. I think Aiden Hutchinson would be a good guy to have next to him. He's 24 on our big board, 6'3", 260 pounds. We have him 24, PFF 23, ESPN 36, just so I can have a couple of those eyeballs on that. Another pair, I'm gonna say a pair. Another pair I'm looking forward to seeing work out. Dennis Sutton and and Zane Durant out there at Penn State. I think those two defensive linemen, Sutton on the edge. Sutton was a guy a lot of people talking about is going to be the top edge this year. Could be the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to all that talk? What happened to him this season? I need to see what happened. I need to see him work out. And Zane Durant, I think this guy's going to test super well, run well, move well. He's going to show great bend, pretty solid 40 for his size. So I think Zane Durant and Denny Sutton, I need to see those guys play. I need to see those guys work out. Anybody else?
Can you scroll down just a little bit more?
Yeah, I got one more too, man. Zion Young. I need to see him. I think he's gonna be a workout warrior. I think he's gonna move up a lot.
I'll look for one more guy, but he might not. Tariq Sapp.
Tariq Sapp.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I need to see something.
I say he was one of the best players in coming out of this draft, because I saw his first couple games and he looked fantastic, and after that he just kind of just dwindled down. So I need to know if he still got it. Like he has a great size and great measurables. He's fast for his size. He has it all. But can he do it at the next level?
I want to see Nadeem Tucker. Can he stand out with a bunch of other premier pass rushers and defensive linemen around? No, does he stand out or does he blend in? That's all I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Are we right to be so high on him? You know. Let's see. I think we got him. He's on our big board, but he's not. I can't think of his number right off the top.
Is Harold Perkins? Are they put him as edge or linebacker?
They put him at linebacker.
Okay, we'll get to him.
We got Zion Young at 48. Nadeem Tucker, did he make the list? I guess he did not.
Yeah, I don't think you said his name.
Yeah, slightly. Oh yeah, he was on our next man up. He slightly missed the list there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see if he stands out. He's a guy that can make the big board now, in my opinion. Who do you think is going to be the biggest risers from the defensive line?
I think it's going to be either Tariq Sapp, if he competes. It's going to be, scroll up for me, please, when you get a chance. Tariq Sapp. I'm assuming. Wait, you clicking on it?
Tariq. Oh, I thought you wanted to look at him. My bad.
No, you could. I can look at him. Always nice to put the face to the name, some measurables.
Man, is the computer gonna cooperate? There we go.
About 6'2", 271. That's a big dude.
Yeah. My problem with Sapp, they got him at edge, but is he really an edge, or is he gonna be moving to the interior?
He's an interior guy, because he didn't play much edge at Florida.
We need to find that out. I think he's a defensive lineman, not particularly an edge. Uh,
'Cause he's excellent stopping the run. He can push the middle. He's not an edge.
I got a couple names I want to run by you real quick.
Go ahead.
We can talk on defensive tackles. I've talked a bunch about Caleb Banks. I know how I feel about him. I think he's gonna be the first one off the board. So we're not talking about him. I'm gonna give you two new names. One, you've heard me say Lee Hunter before, but I'm talking about Lee Hunter. And I'm talking about Daryl Jackson Jr. out of Florida State. These are two guys I think D tackle wise that could move up. I think Lee Hunter is probably one of the best defensive tackles. I think Daryl Jackson Jr. is probably one of the best defensive tackles nobody's talking about. I don't know what they did down there at Florida State, but they did not play to his strengths, I believe. I remember when he was at other schools, he looked more dominant. He like he was getting to the quarterback. Florida State this year, 44 tackles, 1 sack. I feel like he could have did more, but I think maybe he's just doing what they asked him to do. You know what I'm saying? So Daryl Jackson Jr. is a guy I can't wait to see him work out the combine. I want to see what he does. I think he's gonna be. I think he's. Dare I say, could he jump into the first round?
Nah,
Are you familiar with Daryl Jackson?
I am. He's not. He's not jumping to the first round.
Let me go to the defensive line real quick.
Yeah, he's not jumping to the first round. I'll tell you that right now.
He might. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I like me some Daryl Jackson.
I see Lee Hunter.
Yep.
Dominic Orange could sneak into the first round.
I think Dominic Orange could definitely sneak into the first round.
He has the biggest chance of anybody.
Is Keldrick Falk, is he going to be an edge or is he going to be a defensive tackle? We got to find out what's going to happen there.
And
6'6".
Keldrick Falk's on the first round pick to me.
I don't think he's first round either. I think he's going to go, though. I think he's going to the first round because his measurables.
Right.
But Daryl Jackson, man, 6'5", 330. You're getting a man right there. And I think you just got to use him a little bit different than what Florida State did. He's a little bit talent, man. He has some pass rush ability from the interior. I think this guy that can get it done.
I think he can too. But he's not a first round pick.
I don't know. I see some. I think he's a bigger version of Ed Oliver, in my opinion.
I hope he's better than Ed Oliver.
Watch and see. Man, I mean, Ed Oliver was all right when he first got in the league, bro. Let's not get it twisted.
Next.
I don't know what he did last 2 years, but
he got paid. That's what happened.
Hey, it happens to the best, though. Anybody else you want to highlight for the D tackle list?
Yeah, we talked about Dominic Orange. I want to highlight Peter Woods. Man, same question about him. Caden McDonald. He kind of was a no-show in the playoffs. Caleb Banks. We know about Caleb Banks, man.
We're going to have a deep tackle discussion about some of these guys anyway on a separate video. But yeah, Zane Durant is kind of the guy I'm probably going to have my eye on the most. A little undersized, but I think he's going to run real well. I think he's going to show a lot of agility. I can't wait to see him. I think when you see him do the 3-cone, I think he's going to be impressed. So let's see what happens with Zane Durant. Sorry, guys. I'm not getting any cooperation right here.
I didn't realize you clicked it.
Twice. 3 times now.
There we go.
I don't know what's happening with the internet.
Man, I think with some of these players, man, we talked about Penn State, we talked about Clemson and Florida State. Do we blame the coaching staff, or is it on the players as well?
I think it can go both ways. I think some of it's on the coaching staff. So there you see Zane Durant, a little undersized, only 6 feet. I hope that's legit. I really hope he's a legit 6 foot. If not, it's gonna get even harder for him.
Yep.
But 290. But yeah, I like Zane Durant. I think he's gonna like kind of like Cassius Howard. He got to show out.
Yep.
Like Dennis Sutton, he got to show out. Nadeem Tucker, he got to show out. I think he's in the same boat. Anybody else you want to highlight?
I think that's it on the D tackle spot, man. It's not really D tackle's gonna be one of those things you just get in the later rounds and hope a guy pans out for you.
I think D tackle might be the deepest position in the draft, in my opinion. I like a lot of these D tackles. Next to D tackle, I think it's edge, then linebacker. Then wide receiver, 1, 2, and 3. D tackle, edge, then wide receiver are the deepest positions, in my opinion. Uh, and who am I? Just a guy. So
Just a couple
yeah,
Jags.
but just a couple Jags, man, that kind of know a little bit about football, even though we don't get it out right. You know, we know what we're talking about sometimes. If you sit here and listen to us ramble for a half an hour. But hey, that's all we got. Uh, hope you guys stuck with us and enjoyed the video. Sorry it got a little long there. It was a lot of offensive linemen to get through. But you got any more closing thoughts, Ty?
Yeah, I was gonna say this, man. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, I'll stick with it. But that's all we got, man. Tell us in the comment section, are you going to be watching offensive and defensive lineman workout? Do you want to see your team go in the trenches in the first 2 rounds, and who should they get? What's the deepest position in the draft? Is it defensive tackle? Is it edge? Is it wide receiver? Is it quarterback? It's probably the weakest position. No, it's definitely running back. Running back's definitely the weakest position in the draft. I stand on that. Have not been impressed with what I've seen. But that's all we got. We out. Thanks for all the love and support.